fun to be inside historic Williams Arena. Always fun to be here for Border Battle. It is Border Battle 212 as the Minnesota Golden Gophers taking on the 13th ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Scoring assists per game, not only leading the Big Ten, but all on Division I. Steven Crowl for Earl Payne. The tip is controlled by Chucky Hepburn. And the Badgers start. We are underway here at the barn. Tyler Wahl, Minnesota native, backs down Payne. Great low post moves, left hand, and scores.
Wow, how about that to start to defend all their defensive real estate, not just settle from between the rings.
Gophers' three-point shooting has really fallen off the last 4 games. Minnesota coming in, dropping 3 straight games, and now another Minnesota native, Steven Crowl, the right hand. Baby
on one and allow yourself to get crowd dribbled like that, it could be a long night.
Minnesota gave up 44 paint points in the loss to Michigan State last time out. Payne trying to counter, can't. Trying to rip that ball away from Crowl. He does, and he'll score.
The win, it does 64% of the time for the sophomore.
6'9", 255 from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Here's Wahl finding an open crease. Wahl underneath will kick it out. A.J. Storr can score from anywhere on the floor, including dunking it down. Payne. Not much of a mid-range game. We'll try to back Wahl down. Not there. Now Hawkins. Hawkins will throw it up to Payne. And that low left block lowers the shoulder and is fouled by Wahl. First place atop the Big Ten Conference, and Payne. Minnesota's dropped his last 3. Ben Johnson seeking his first ever win. Start offensively. That has plagued his team at times, certainly in the first half. Here's Hawkins trying to end the drought. Can't. And one and done, Storr the rebound. Look at him trying to get by Christie, and he stripped and fouled.
That left Christie on a defensive island.
A.J. Storr, sophomore from Rockford, Illinois.
Timeout versus Indiana. You know, he didn't take a ton of shots, but how about the fact he gets 50?
Game of the season, averaging about 4 minutes per game. Chucky Hepburn comes out. Tyler Wahl also is out as Carter Gilmore is on the floor. Wisconsin without guard Kamari McGee here tonight did not make the trip. Little body injury that he suffered against Indiana. Payne with the miss, but fouled by Crowl.
Away from the rim, that little rip through gets him a chance for a couple.
Practice, but trying his best to play in all these conference games. And now Klesmit, quiet so far. Entry pass is tipped. Another turnover. Third Wisconsin turnover. Mitchell for 3. And the friendly roll to make this a 2-point game.
And a nice.
Christie trying to stick with Storr. Crowl lowers the shoulder on Garcia, spins, and the right hand shot fell out. Hawkins, he'll attack, kick it out. Garcia, that's going to be a deep shot, and it goes. And now perhaps numbers for Wisconsin. Storr kicks it out. Gilmore now. The Badgers slow things down. Crowl, he has that in his arsenal, and for good reason. If you're big at Wisconsin forever, you have to shoot the 3, and Crowl can do just that.
And a pretty job of utilizing misdirection. You dribble hard with a purpose to the right. The defense has to respond. They float that way, then you kick it back to Crowl.
That made field goal snap. The drought of about 3.5 minutes. Fox hangs and scores off the glass. There's Klesmit. He'll pull up and knocks down the jumper just outside the free throw line.
Experienced team with me, guys that can make shots, and he's not having to look as much to be as assertive as he was a season ago, and a lot of guys aren't willing to do that, and on cue, he takes a 3.
And he knocks it down. Here's Hepburn against Ola Joseph into the game and misses, and Payne with the rebound.
Nice job by Ola Joseph of not allowing Hepburn to turn the corner.
Ola Joseph will stop and score off the glass. Could have settled for the 3, but instead of 10. Well, the Badgers don't allow much in terms of offensive rebounding.
Yeah, they lead the conference in defensive rebounding percentage at 78%.
Connor Sejan, his playing time has dwindled here and scores. Went to the deck, no call. And
the shot fake and the ability to get to the rim.
Winter comes out for picking up the foul, 4th team foul on the Badgers. Here's Payne, too strong, got his own rebound, and he's fouled. For Earl Payne, he's come to play. Crowl with the second, so Payne at the line for 2 more. Northwestern and beyond. What a finish this will be.
Understood that there wasn't anything coming at him. He's able to turn and face up.
First foul on Payne as Klesmit knocks down the three. Hit the deck. Under 9 to play until halftime. Storr got Enan up. Dangerous pass tip. It's Klesmit with 4 to shoot. Crosses over, launches up top, and off the glass and in. Not Big Ten ready. And then credit to the work that Klesmit put in year 1, year 2 at Wofford. And with that, the transition now, his second year in Madison, has been great. And Ola Joseph brought it low. Klesmit on the floor, turnover Minnesota. And now Storr will attack and will shoot 2.
Where he converts 84% of the time.
And tonight he's taken 1 shot. He's played over 7 minutes. This number 3 will continue. Minnesota now 2 of 10 from 3 here tonight.
And no paint touch there. So all Wisconsin had to do was funnel toward the sideline. You know, if you're Garcia or Payne, demand the ball down there on the block.
Storr fades away and scores over Enan. Enan trying to deny Storr the ball. Hepburn against Mitchell. Now Wall underneath against Payne, lowers the shoulder and scores. And Ben Johnson will call the timeout. Design those sneakers for Coach Gard to wear here tonight. Here's Garcia. Doesn't go. Enan, the putback, yes.
Defensively, I mean, they are just packing it inside. So if you are Minnesota offensively, you have to at least swing the ball from side to side and force the defense maybe into a potential scramble situation.
Windsor knocks it down. It's always been a fertile recruiting ground for a long time now for the Gophers here in the Twin Cities. And adding to that even more next season. Hawkins, the shot clock winding down. Able to bury a much-needed 3 for Hawkins. He missed his prior.
Blow the whistle at the same time. They both posted, but rather than one call one and the other, they made eye contact and then made a decisive call. Well done.
16 foul. Next one will put Minnesota at the line. Carrington, baseline J, yes. Corner. Hawkins to Garcia, right hand, no, and Windsor clears.
But you gotta like the fact, hey, if you are Garcia, attack the rim. Especially when you shoot 83% from the line.
Ball sets the screen for Storr, and he knocks it down. What a player. Shooting 52% from the field, Minnesota only 29. Hawkins, 5, down low, Fox, layup, good.
We're very fortunate. I didn't think that pass was going to get through there.
Hepburn lets it fly from half court, and it's no good, and that'll do it for the first 20 here from Minneapolis, Wisconsin by 10.
Both ends of the floor for Minnesota here as they try to cut into that double-digit deficit.
So Badgers by 10. Wisconsin has won 6 in a row against Minnesota. Here's Hawkins. He'll fire for 3, and there's a good start for Minnesota here in the second half. And here is Garcia. Payne will square up Crowell. Crowell has 2 fouls. Payne drives, hangs, and scores.
Really well done by Payne of understanding.
But missed. This has been very closely played despite Wisconsin's dominance. Here's Hawkins reversing and scoring, and this is a 1-possession game
for Minnesota.
This match for a moment Wisconsin had. Crowell against Hawkins, they didn't see it. Hepburn will pull up outside the foul line. Rolled out, but there is Storr. 11-2 all-time is his record against Minnesota as the Badgers head coach. Another 3 from Hawkins. Look out, this guy can get hot. Hawkins. Storr against Payne. No. Wall, the offensive rebound. Yes! Tyler Wall, another second chance bucket for Wisconsin.
How about Wall? Just put your shoulder right to the rim, and if Wall's going to contest it, make him come through you.
Storr got around Christie with a big volleyball spike out of bounds. Wisconsin ball. Christie, the freshman, making an impact with a block.
Hawkins has knocked down a couple of shots, so what was once a 15-point advantage for the Badgers now cut to 4.
Shot clock is late. It's at 3. Hepburn's got his back to the basket. It's Wall left open for 3, and that high arcing shot falls for Tyler Wall. Hawkins shakes.
He's got to demand the ball. Look where the arms are. He's got to have his elbows bent and asking for the basketball in that post situation.
Just as Ben Johnson designed out of the time. 11 second-half points of his 14 tonight. Score. Can he counter? Not this time.
Probably a little quick if you're Wisconsin.
Christie wants to join in, and does. But showing no ill effects with that ankle the way he's played here in the second half. Tyler Wall, one-on-one against Payne. Brings him down low. 2 native Minnesotans, and Wall knocks it in as Christie hit the deck awkwardly.
Look, demand the ball and force Wall to defend you. Wall just happened to win that individual battle.
Wall to Crowell. Crowell against Garcia, goes left and scores. Clockwork.
And like, you can tell when bigs are well schooled, because a lot of times guys get around the rim and they may work on it in practice, but they never use it in the game, meaning they're offhand. Every post player from Wisconsin puts in enough time that they're confident going with the offhand in the game situation.
Oh, Hawkins set that up beautifully, giving Mitchell. Got a step on Mitchell, reverses and everything but the finish. When Mitchell's begging for the ball, and Wall, he collapsed, he closed. Mitchell now in traffic. Christie, this for the lead.
Going toward the rim.
Instead, Crowell up top will fire, and that 3 doesn't go. On the floor, it's Hawkins. Well, John Blackwell, the freshman for the Badgers, he went high for that rebound, could not grab it. Fox looking to dunk that one, instead he's fouled.
You want to talk about an impactful player? How about Parker Fox in this ballgame?
In South Dakota. Misses both against Christie, takes him down low, missed it.
Really good job by Christie.
And Gilmore tried to save it, did, but to Hawkins. Here's Garcia off his hands.
Bad pass. Bad, that's a 4-point swing. That's a 4-point swing and a momentum swing. Oh, aggressive defensively. If you're Crowell, you may be able to plant that foot on the 3-point line and get an easy back door.
John Blackwell, the Big Ten freshman of the week, and drives and scores against Hawkins. Well, we've been here before. Last 4 decided by 6 or fewer. Off the screen, and 3 goes for Klesmit. Well, Joshua Ola-Joseph really has not played much at all tonight. So much this season when Hawkins has thrown up a lob on the receiving end has been Ola-Joseph, but he's not played much here tonight. Wall against Payne, backing him down in that low block, patient right-hand score.
Get something going toward the basket here. And if you're, nice job by Wall of beating him there, but if you're Garcia, you can't just give up. You have to demand the basketball.
There's Hawkins, he'll throw it up, off the rim and in. Down 6 against Crowell, and in.
I mean, that
4-point game, 5:10 to go. The slip stolen, turnover Wisconsin. Garcia, open 3 from the wing. Number 5, Iowa against Nebraska. Coverage starts at 2 Eastern right here on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Here's when Wall's been great, up and under, got Payne up, and a foul.
And Payne did a tremendous job.
The Big Ten, Tyler Wall shooting 2. Possession for the Badgers, and it's led to 4 team fouls for one game. Minnesota ball, 8 to shoot. Garcia.
He's got to go. He's just got to go.
With 3, he settles for a deep 2, and he ties the game. Shot clock again, under 10. Mitchell to Garcia. Wall denying, baseline. Garcia off the window and in, and the Gophers lead.
Nicely done by Garcia. You have some tired legs out there for both squads. A lot of guys standing straight up and down.
Final 2 minutes. Hawkins against Hepburn. That's tipped by Klesmit and a turnover. Storr flying the other way. Storr ducks it down. Off the turnover. A.J. Storr pulls even at 57.
Active hands, but how about Storr dribbling with a purpose? He got the dribble out in front of him. People don't always utilize the speed dribble properly, but Storr shows you why you have to. Because he had the ball out in front, the defender wasn't able to catch it.
Gophers have just one timeout remaining. Mitchell feeds Payne, brought it low, but first a walk.
The dribble, it's on his hip. That would allow the defender to close. Storr would have none of it.
Costly turnovers. Badgers can regain the lead on this trip. Hepburn on the drive. And now Klesmit, he'll attack, left it short. Storr trying to dunk it down. No, it won't count. It was pretty, but he had one hand on the rim as he's
traffic underneath as a player safety. That's what they're discussing right now. Was there a need for him to grab the rim? The answer to that would be yes, because Garcia is underneath.
Garcia, who is a good free throw shooter, and these.
And if you're Wisconsin and you're beaten on a dribble drive, you have that foul to give, Corey. You take a look at the bottom of the screen, only 5 common fouls right now for the Badgers.
Gophers have one timeout left. Wisconsin 2 remaining timeouts. Hawkins picked up his dribble. It's Garcia with 5. Takes a deep 3. It's no good. Carrington puts it up, foul. Braden Carrington.
Etching out Payne, and Carrington does a nice job of coming from the weak.
Farm is there. Carrington misses the second. About a 5-second differential, and the Badgers have 2 timeouts. They'll have 1 remaining.
And if Wall catches the ball in a scoring situation, you may want to give the foul on him.
Storr stripped but fouled.
Smart.
This is a 1-and-1 for A.J. Storr. Nailed it. Got it. 2 clutch free throws in his first game of the barn. Shot clock is off. And the Gophers will take their final timeout. Sean mentioned Badgers have a foul to give. The freshman Christie looking down low. It's Hawkins with 10, with 9. Fades, was hit, no whistle. Garcia, now it's going to go the other way. A foul on Minnesota, and the Gophers never even got a good shot up with the
top here. Yep, that's no question about that.
Garcia pulling at Wall, knocking him down.
And like so many sports, Corey, low man wins.
Game. Huge.
Necessarily, but you force them side to side to burn some clock now. The clock is your friend. Force, in this case.
And there's the foul with 4.2, and now I ask you again.
And for you to get those 3 points otherwise, you have to make one, intentionally miss, then get the ball back and score.
Final 4 seconds, no timeouts, and there's the foul before the shot. Knocks it down. This one needs to miss.
And Mitchell has to make sure that if he's going to try to get it, it has to hit the basket first.
He does miss it, got it back. Mitchell, no! Tipped out, no! And that'll do it. And the Badgers win again. Off the miss, Mitchell had a good look. But Wisconsin has won 7 straight over the Gophers. And the Badgers prevailed by 2, 61-59. And another nail-biter